Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 is shaping up to be the scariest chapter to come from the game series yet, which is why I added it to Minecraft, where I will be surviving in it for the next 100 days. Using my handy grab pack, I will fight off terrifying toys and search for a way to escape the factory, while also turning into bigger and more powerful forms. Will I be able to stop CatNap and the smiling critters, or will I be trapped forever? You'll have to watch until the end to find out. On day 1, I spawned in as a player at Playtime Co's factory. The room was really creepy, and I couldn't help but feel like something ominous had happened here. I've got a bad feeling about this place. Suddenly, little plushies with terrifying big smiles stepped out around me. I was surrounded by the smiling critters as a spindly, creepy cat stepped out, towering over all of us. It was their leader, CatNap.
Welcome to the Playcare. I will make every employee suffer for what we went through here, starting with you.
But I didn't do anything. I'm innocent.
I don't care. Die!
CatNap released a spray of red gas right at me. I ducked out of the circle of creepy critters, dodging the smoke, not sure what it would do to me. Not wasting any time, the smiling critters chased after me and all began to attack me with their claws. Even though they were smaller in size, I couldn't stand up to their numbers and was quickly losing health. As soon as I could find an opening, I ran for my life. On day 2, I was being chased through the Playcare by some of the terrifying smiling critters. They were closing in on me, and I was running out of options. I have to fight back. I turned around and began to brawl with the smiling critters. They tried to use hit and run tactics, but I was able to grab them from afar, using my grab pack to pull them in so I could whack them up close. I was able to do some damage that way, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough to stop them.
You're ours now!
Suddenly, I spotted a pressure plate on the wall with a red hand and knew it could be my way out of this. Here goes nothing! I used my grab pack to press the pressure plate, causing a hole to open underneath the smiling critters. They all fell into the trap. I need to get out of here before they catch up. I continued deeper into the facility until I spotted CatNap searching for me.
Where are you? I know you're in here somewhere.
I had nowhere else to go, so I took cover in a nearby room. However, inside, something was waiting for me. I turned and realized I was now trapped in a room with a living doll. On day 3, the doll started talking to me.
No, don't worry. I'm friendly. My name's Poppy.
Just because you say you're friendly doesn't mean I can trust you. Suddenly, we both heard a loud bang on the door.
I know you're hiding. Come out!
It's not safe here. Come with me.
Fine, lead the way. Poppy took me into a secret passage that led to a different room in the Playcare for us to take cover. It was full of old beds and weird toys, but it seemed safe enough. What do those monsters want with me?
They're the souls of children trapped inside of toys, and they want revenge. You might be innocent, but they see everyone as the enemy.
How do I stop them?
Free their spirits so they can move on to the afterlife. It's the only way out of here.
Suddenly, we heard loud footsteps drawing closer from the hall. We turned in terror to see Huggy Wuggy running towards us full speed.
You're mine now!
I'll hold him off. Run!
I took Poppy's advice and ran away while I still had the chance. On days 4 through 5, I escaped into the main entrance of the Playtime Co factory. However, soon a speaker turned on over my head.
All of that running must have made you tired. I think it's time for a nap.
Just then, red poppy gas began to fill the inside of the room. I soon became drowsy and was sent into a terrifying nightmare. In my dream, I was standing in front of a little orange house in the middle of a storm. I need to take cover. I ran inside, but was immediately met with all the smiling critters, grinning at me with their evil, dark smiles.
Welcome, Zonzo! Let's play together!
No! Get away from me! I tried to turn and run, but CatNap was waiting behind me.
Nighty-night.
He attacked me, causing me to wake up back into the real world. There, I saw Poppy standing over me.
Oh, good. You're awake. Take this before the gas gets to you again.
She handed me a gas mask, and I put it on, causing my body to transform. I gained a powerful mech that granted me 5 more hearts, new powers, and an oxygen meter. Whoa, I can now endure the Poppy gas. Suddenly, Kickin' Chicken jumped out to ambush us. It was time to test out my new powers. Run, Poppy. I've got this. On days 6 through 7, Poppy ran away, and it was just me and Kickin' Chicken, ready to battle. Back down. You can't win anymore.
That's what you think.
Suddenly, the tiny smiling critter transformed into a giant chicken beast. He was far more powerful than I first thought. Kickin' Chicken ran at me in his new form and used his lightning attacks to deal good damage. Looks like this will be harder than I thought. Using my new mech, I fought back with my grab pack punch attacks. Its armor protected me from the Kickin' Chicken's attacks, but he wouldn't give in. In an effort to get the upper hand, I launched my hands across the room, grabbing him and pulling myself in for a surprise attack. Kickin' Chicken reacted quickly though, and fought back with a screeching roar that left me confused and blinded.
I can fight all day long, but it looks like you're running out of time.
Suddenly, I noticed my oxygen meter was dropping. I needed to find a way out before the sleeping gas got to me again. Kickin' Chicken charged full speed at me. I managed to dodge the attack, causing him to hit a wall inside. It collapsed and revealed a secret passage. Now's my chance! I ran through the hole and escaped the area before Kickin' Chicken was able to get me. On days 8 through 9, I took cover inside of the gift shop. There, I realized my oxygen levels were getting critically low. I need to find more oxygen to refill my gas mask. Suddenly, I heard someone approaching. I took cover behind one of the shelves in the room, just as Mommy Longlegs walked inside.
Come on! We only want to play.
I kept myself perfectly still as she looked around the room. Eventually, she left. Oh, that was a close one. But when I thought the coast was clear, she dropped down in front of me.
Found you.
I used my grab pack to push her away and made a run for it. She chased after me, but I managed to escape into a large ventilation shaft and lost her. Unfortunately, I wasn't out of the woods yet. The familiar voice of CatNap filled the vents.
I love to watch you struggle.
The vents began to fill with his red poppy gas. Without any oxygen, I knew I would be done for. I had to take a risk. Here goes nothing! I broke open the vent with my grab pack and jumped into the dark unknown. On days 10 through 12, I landed inside of storage room B, where I noticed oxygen tanks were stored inside. Nice! That's just what I needed! I refilled my tank back to full, but before I was able to leave, I heard someone call out to me.
Help! I need to get out of here!
I ran towards the noise to find a former Playtime Co-employee trapped in a cage. There was a giant laser device pointed right at her. How did you get stuck in there? Who did this to you?
It was some big, creepy cat. They caught me by surprise and knocked me out cold. Then I woke up here.
Oh no, that must have been CatNap. How do I get you out?
A mech like yours could surely destroy these bars.
I tried to break the cage, but before I could, Kickin' Chicken flew into the room.
Are you here to ruin the fun already?
The monster powered on the device, causing a laser to shoot at the captured woman. She soon transformed into Kissy Missy. I was too late.
Play with us.
Without hesitation, Kickin' Chicken ran in to attack me once more. On days 13 through 15, I was fighting the empowered Kickin' Chicken. They proved to be a tougher opponent now that he could fly around freely. He swooped around above me, blasting lightning at me as he circled above. I tried to attack him, but he was too swift and dodged my attacks. I finally grabbed him directly and pulled myself up to attack, landing a few blows. He turned and assaulted me with the confusion ray, blinding me temporarily. As my vision returned, I found myself in the middle of Kickin' Chicken's high voltage circle lightning power as he flew back up above me.
Is that all you've got?
Without warning, he did his ultimate corkscrew slam attack, crashing down on me, leaving me with low health and inside a giant crater. I knew at this rate I was going to lose the fight, but just then I had a great idea. I jumped out of the pit and ran away towards the laser used to transform Kissy Missy.
Ah, looks like you're the real chicken.
Just as I had hoped, Kickin' Chicken followed me in front of the laser and fell right into the trap. Take this, bird brain! I powered on the machine and zapped him down to size. He was defeated and his spirit was set free to the afterlife. Suddenly, I gained 5 more hearts and a brand new giant slap power. Whoa, I get stronger for each spirit I save. Before I could celebrate, Kissy Missy ambushed me. She had escaped her cage.
You'll pay for that!
I used my giant slap ability on her, and she didn't stand a chance. She fell to my power quickly, leaving nothing but a letter in her place. Come to the playtime area once you defeat the player. Dog Day. It looks like I have a lead on the next smiling critter. I followed the clue, unsure of what horrors would await me deeper inside of the factory. On days 16 to 18, I arrived at the main lobby area, where toys were scattered everywhere. Unfortunately, Dog Day was nowhere in sight. There has to be a clue around here somewhere. I searched through all the toys in the area until I came across a Jack-in-the-Box. Maybe he's inside of there. As I peered at it more closely, it sprang open and Boxy Boo jumped out of it.
Surprise! It's time to eat!
Not wasting a moment, Boxy Boo attacked me with his razor-sharp teeth and claw attack. I reacted quickly and retaliated with my grab pack fist attack powers. But he was stronger than Kissy Missy was. He sprung around rapidly all around me, slashing with his sharp claws. I used my giant slap power, but it only angered the Jack-in-the-Box. Boxy Boo ferociously knocked me back, causing me to step onto a pressure plate.
You fell for it!
Before I had time to move, the floor opened up under my feet and I fell into the darkness below. On days 19 to 22, I fell into a testing room where peering through the glass was none other than Dog Day.
Looks like Kickin' Chicken failed to kill you. Oh well, you fell right into my trap.
Let me go!
Never! CatNap wants you gone. So that means I want you gone too.
You don't have to listen to CatNap.
I don't, but I want to. He's our leader, and whatever he wants, I'll give him.
He flipped a switch and walked out of the room. Suddenly, the vents on the wall of the chamber began to release red poppy gas. My oxygen is dropping quickly. I need to get out of here. I tried to break through the glass, but nothing was working. I needed to stop this at the source. I noticed wires coming from the vents. Following one of them, I found pressure plates along the wall. Here goes nothing. I used my grab pack to press it, and when I did, it shut the vent off completely. Nice! I just gotta hit the rest of them. I took care of the second one high on the ceiling, and the third one hiding behind boxes in no time flat. Finally, I went to the last vent and had to press 2 buttons at once. But upon doing so, it opened up to reveal a secret passage. This is my chance to get out of here. Without a second to waste, I escaped through the passage. On days 23 to 26, I arrived on the other side of the passage and found myself in Make-A-Friend. There, I saw strange machines all conjoined by a conveyor belt. Where did that dog go? I didn't get a moment to relax, because next I was ambushed by Dog Day.
Hey!
We charged forward at each other. Dog Day began shooting a steady stream of fire at me, and I did what I could to avoid the flames at such close range. Stunned, he fell back onto the conveyor belt and was taken inside of the factory machine at Make-A-Friend. Did I get him? To my horror, he emerged from the other side of the machine in a new, more powerful form.
You fool! That only served to make me stronger!
Dog Day charged at me with renewed vigor, and I braced myself for battle. On days 27 to 30, I was fighting the newly empowered Dog Day monster. He used his new flame slash attacks, instantly shredding through what health I had. Dog Day let loose with an ear-splitting howl before leaping into the air and crashing down with fiery force. I decided to change tactics, going on the defense and pulling myself out of the way right as he shot a cone of flames right at me. I barely made it away in time and swung behind him, striking from behind with my giant slap power. But he didn't even flinch.
In this new form, I'm unstoppable!
He summoned a cluster of meteors, which rained down, exploding all around me and leaving me with dangerously low health. I need to get the advantage, but how? Out of the corner of my eye, I spotted an incinerate switch near the machinery and got an idea. Channeling everything into one last attack, I knocked Dog Day back onto the conveyor belt.
What do you think your plan is? You'll only make me stronger!
That's what you think! Quickly, I hit the switch with my grab pack, causing lava to be revealed on the other side of the conveyor belt. Dog Day fell into the lava and was defeated once and for all, freeing his spirit. With my task complete, I transformed into a brand new mech with 4 different hands. I gained 5 more hearts, and my oxygen tank was fully restored. In addition, I was now able to shoot fire and ice out of my red and blue hands. 2 down, 6 more to go. Suddenly, I heard a train whistle in the distance. I decided to follow for clues. On days 31 to 34, I walked through the entrance of the abandoned game station where I saw the train, but nobody was around. What the? I swear I heard the train going earlier. Abruptly, the door shut behind me, and Crafty Corn emerged from hiding. This was a trap! Let me go!
Only if you play and win my deadly games!
Or I could just defeat you now.
But then how would you get the key?
Dang it, you're right. Okay, I'll play your game.
Good luck!
One of the various doorways next to the track swung open. It was surely the entrance to the first game, and reluctantly, I went towards it. Soon, I found myself inside of a Whack-A-Huggy. The door closed behind me, and Crafty Corn emerged from behind a glass window.
Defeat all of the mini Huggy Wuggies and you win!
Huggy Wuggies began pouring out from every corner, running at me. I reacted quickly, fending them off with my new powers. I used my Ice Wave and Fireball to keep them at bay, but their numbers seemed endless. They quickly overwhelmed me, biting and clawing at me as they swarmed. I fought back using my giant hand slap. Thanks to my changed form, I was able to knock them down one by one and managed to finish off the few who remained. I had won the game. Wow! In this new body, I'm much stronger than before.
Very impressive, but nothing will prepare you for this next game.
On days 35 to 38, I was taken to the next game, where I was faced with a massive pit of lava, with platforms for me to jump across. Crafty Corn once again watched on from behind a glass window.
Clear the obstacle course without falling. One slip up and you're done for.
I don't think my armor is fire resistant. I need to be really careful with this one. I began jumping from platform to platform, slowly and steadily, making sure not to make any mistakes.
Ooh, this is boring. Time to pick up the pace.
Suddenly, pillars of lava began to drop down slowly from the ceiling. She's going to burn me alive if I don't speed up. I began to jump faster, watching my step along the way. I managed to make it to the end before the lava hit me. Yes, all done. Now the games are over.
Not yet.
Dang it.
I'm impressed. You're the first one to survive that. Looks like you're ready for the final game.
On days 39 to 42, I arrived at the final game, only to find a racetrack with Craftycorn herself waiting at the starting line.
The final game is to defeat me in a race. As you can see, I have prepared this awesome racetrack full of deadly twists and turns so we can truly test our skills.
I mean, this is cool and all, but you're tiny. There's no way I'll lose this.
What makes you be so confident?
Again, look at you and look at me.
Oh, yeah?
Suddenly, she transformed into a faster and more powerful form. This might be more of a challenge than I thought.
On your marks, get set, go!
She shot past me like a rocket. Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to give it my all, or else I might actually lose this. I ran after her. Thanks to my own new form, I was starting to gain on her, despite her transformation.
Oh, no, you don't!
In a dirty play, she shot powerful flame wheel attacks at me that sped across all of the track, causing me to slow down. Hey, if you're gonna cheat that way, then so am I. I mustered up all my strength, and I used my grab pack to leap across the way. Soon enough, I was beginning to catch up, but I had to pass Craftycorn before she could reach the end. I used my ice power to freeze the floor. As she crossed over the icy patch, she slipped and crashed into a nearby garage. The next moment, I crossed over the finish line and completed the race. Looks like I win.
No, you were supposed to lose!
In a fit of rage, she charged me. On days 43 to 46, I was fighting the enraged Craftycorn, and it was the toughest battle yet. She used her ghostly flame powers on me, and I managed to dodge it in time.
Stay still!
I used my own firepower to combat the blue flames. The colorful fire collided, and our battle spilled out onto the raceway as we fought for ground. I was forced backward as their superior fire began to overpower me. Thinking fast, I used the terrain to my advantage, using the tight corners to attack up close with my stronger grab pack hands. I felt like I was starting to gain an edge. I've got your attack patterns down. You can't win here.
Oh, really? Take this!
With another stomp, Craftycorn summoned various fiery skulls. The monstrosities dashed at me and dealt massive damage, immediately bringing me down to low health. Then, she followed up with a ray that lowered my life force. I shot back again with my fireballs, and she then summoned a skeleton dog to aid her. I won't give up. I'm getting out of here alive. I unleashed a giant slap attack, and Craftycorn went down hard. Her soul was finally set free, and I gained 5 hearts and unlocked the electric powers of my yellow hand. Rest easy, Craftycorn. Suddenly, CatNap emerged in front of me.
I think the one who should be worried about resting is you.
On days 47 to 50, I was face to face with the dreaded CatNap.
You've been quite the pain in my side. You've already taken down so many of my friends.
I've set their spirits free. Let me go, and I'll leave the rest of you alone.
I'm going to have to turn down that offer. You couldn't imagine the experiments we went through. You will die, and I'll make sure of it.
CatNap lunged at me, and I braced myself. I used my grab pack to launch myself around the track, but CatNap chased after me relentlessly. Soon, the fight spilled into the game station room, only furthering the chaos.
Is running away the only thing you're capable of?
No, I was just setting up the perfect location for this attack. I let loose a super-powered lightning blast. Unfortunately, CatNap survived, and the fighting resumed. With a roar, the cat twirled as he slashed, creating a dangerous tornado of claws. He followed up with CatNap void attacks, shooting out blast after blast. I did my best to retaliate, using my new electric powers, but he was too durable with his power-up.
You're tough, but the power of 3 smiling critters isn't enough to defeat me.
He unleashed his poppy gas, causing my oxygen tank to rapidly drop into a critical state. Oh no, I have to get out of here. I ran out of the game station while I still had the chance. On days 51 to 54, I escaped the game station and ran for my life until I made it to the warehouse room. Before CatNap could catch up, I found a place to hide.
Come out, wherever you are, little pest.
CatNap began to thoroughly search the room for me. He went to each aisle, trying to sniff me out, until he walked right by me. I narrowly escaped their sight and avoided detection. This is bad. I need to free the rest of the smiling critters if I want to stand a chance against him. Just then, I picked up on a delicious smell. Is that food? I could really use some healing up right now. I waited for an opportunity where CatNap was distracted and escaped the room. I followed the scent until I found a kitchen full of treats. Don't mind if I do. I chewed down and healed myself back up to full health. But as I was about to reach the next food item, the ground shook. Out of the pile of food emerged a candy monster.
Looks like it's time for dessert.
Without another moment to spare, it lunged at me. On days 55 to 58, I was locked in a battle against the candy monster. It shot out a spray of sugar. The beast used its candy rain attack on me, leaving me stuck in sticky candy residue. Seeing I was unable to move or defend myself, the monster crept closer, eager to make me its next meal.
Hungry.
Hey, knock it off! I'm not food! Finally, I felt myself able to move again. The candy monster lunged at me, but I was able to fight back, using my new lightning powers from my yellow hand. In spite of my effort, the ravenous creature just wouldn't back down. It screeched and began to shoot more candy attacks. As the fight continued on, I spotted some flames from a nearby oven and got an idea about how to get the upper hand. It took a little bit of tricky footwork, but I managed to bait the candy monster into running straight at me. I evaded its charge at the last second, causing it to fall into the oven and die. Dinner served. Picky Pig suddenly entered the room.
No! What have you done? My feast, it's ruined!
Enraged that I messed up their cooking, she began to transform into a bigger, scarier form.
You'll pay for this!
Picky Pig charged towards me. On days 59 through 62, I was facing off against an enraged and newly transformed Picky Pig. As I got some distance between us, she started throwing bombs at me, catching me by surprise. Bombs? Where did you get bombs from?
You ate my feast, and for that, you'll take its place and become the next main course!
I fought back using my Fire Blast power. I needed some kind of advantage. Thinking fast, I used my grab pack to launch myself up into the air and up on top of a stocking shelf. From up there, I was able to throw a barrage of attacks her way, dealing massive amounts of damage. It still wasn't quite enough, as she was able to tank her way through the damage. She then leapt up top with me and knocked me down, evening the field once more. She leveled another attack at me. Suddenly, I was struck with an idea. If you like food so much, then take this! I threw one of the pieces of food I had picked up earlier, causing her to shift her attention away from me. Taking advantage of the distraction, I ran forward and struck her with my lightning barrage, killing her and winning the fight. With her soul set free, I gained 5 hearts, and my oxygen bar had filled up again. I even unlocked my green hand's poison powers. Alright, I'm one step closer towards defeating CatNap and escaping this place once and for all. Suddenly, Poppy came running into the room.
There you are! I was looking everywhere for you. I found out where the next smiling critter's hiding.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get going. On days 63 through 66, I followed Poppy throughout the factory. I traversed the empty rooms and halls, following Poppy's lead. Are you sure you know where we are going?
Of course. It's right this way.
We kept going until we finally arrived inside of a big room.
Huh? That's weird. Bobby Bear Hug's supposed to be here.
I knew it! You really were lost! Suddenly, the door snapped shut, locking us in the room. Poppy gas began to flow in, filling the entire area. Oh no, it's another trap! Without the protection of a gas mask, Poppy passed out quickly, leaving me as the only one awake. As I went over to try and help Poppy, I saw Bobby Bear Hug approaching a window, observing us inside the room.
You both fell for that trap so easily. He must really be desperate.
I tried to escape the room, but nothing was working. The doors were sealed shut, and the windows were too thick to break. This isn't good. Think, Bronzo, think. My oxygen was dropping quickly, and I knew Poppy didn't have much time. I needed to get us out of there ASAP. I'm out of options. I don't have any other choice. Here goes nothing. I aimed at the ground, letting loose with my powers as I destroyed the floor. On days 67 to 70, Poppy and I fell from the ceiling, landing on a conveyor belt. We had escaped Bobby Bear Hug's trap, but we're now heading directly towards an incinerator. Oh man, talk about out of the frying pan. This isn't good. Poppy, wake up. We're in trouble. No matter what I tried, I just couldn't wake Poppy up. I was going to have to shut off the conveyor belt before it was too late. I looked around the room frantically and spotted the off switch. Bingo! I aimed my grab pack at it, but before I was able to launch it, Bobby Bear Hug came crashing down from the ceiling and onto the belt.
No way I'm letting you get away from me that easily. I'm making CatNap proud.
She attacked me with a speed attack, but I was able to dodge it and use the grab pack to shut the conveyor belt off. Bobby Bear Hug was furious as the conveyor belt came to a halt.
No, you're not escaping this place alive.
She transformed, growing to a monstrous size before charging forward to attack. For the days of 71 through 74, I was caught up in a slugfest against an empowered Bobby Bear Hug on the tracks of the conveyor belt. She lunged at me with her powerful jaws, clamping down on me with her razor-sharp teeth. She quickly followed up with a flurry of slashes, relentlessly striking at every opening that she spotted. I defended to the best of my ability and retaliated with my electric and acid attacks. Bobby shook the brunt of the damage like it was nothing.
Is that all you've got?
She unleashed a powerful roar, knocking me back away from her, but also causing Poppy to wake up as well.
What happened?
Poppy, help! I've got an idea!
Yeah, I'm on it.
Poppy ran headstrong into the fray, attacking Bobby Bear Hug and distracting her. I took advantage and used my lightning barrage on her. The attack knocked Bobby back, causing her to fall into the incinerator.
Nice work, Bronzo.
Her spirit moved on, and I gained 5 hearts, along with a portion of Bear Hug's blood powers. Just when we thought the worst of it was over, an alarm began to blare, cutting our victory short. The room began to fill with Poppy gas as more mini Huggies flooded into the room. This is bad. We need to get out of here fast. On days 75 to 78, Poppy and I fought through the horde of mini Huggies that were trying to capture us. I took them down in waves as I searched for an exit, but the room was sealed shut.
Bronzo, I don't feel so good.
I noticed that Poppy was doing bad. She was running out of time and quickly being overwhelmed. Don't worry, Poppy, I'll help you. I used my giant slap power, defeating the remaining Huggies, but it was too late. Poppy collapsed and was about to pass out. I searched the room and found an oxygen tank. However, I soon noticed my own oxygen levels were running low. I have to save myself or Poppy. What should I do? I knew what the right thing to do was, so I rushed to Poppy's side and used the oxygen tank and mask on her.
Bronzo, Oh no! What about you?
Run while you still can! Soon enough, my oxygen meter dropped to 0, and I passed out. On days 79 to 82, I found myself at the Smiling Critter's house, once again, transformed back into my weakest form. I'm living another nightmare! I better be careful. I stepped inside, but this time, nobody was around. Only CatNap sat alone on the couch.
Finally, I'm able to see the inside of your dreams.
CatNap, what do you want from me?
You will never understand what I want.
I know you were hurt, but what you're doing isn't going to right the wrongs of the evil people that did this to you.
You can't fool me. All of you are the same. And for that, you will all suffer major consequences.
Suddenly, he distorted into his bigger form, full of rage. Towering over me, he crept closer and closer towards me. I thought I was done until Poppy ran into the room.
Don't give up. You've helped so many people and you will escape here, no matter what.
You're right. I've come too far. Suddenly, the world around me transformed into a black void. The only thing in front of me now was a lit passageway. Hang in there. I'm freeing all of your souls, every last smiling critter. I walked through the passage and returned back to the real world to complete my mission. On days 83 to 86, I woke up to find myself locked in a cage. I had low health and no oxygen. Outside of the cage was none other than CatNap.
Ah, you're awake. Finally, I was starting to think you were already dead.
CatNap? What did you do with my food?
Who knows?
Fine then, keep your secrets. What do you even want with me? Why not just kill me?
Kill you? That would be too easy. I want you to suffer like I did.
It's not too late. I can free your spirit like I did the others.
That's where you are wrong. See those vents? Soon I will use the poppy gas to put you back into the nightmare forever.
He went to release the gas, but I thought fast and used my electric powers to zap the metallic lever.
Ah!
Take that! He got shocked and recoiled away in pain. I took this chance to break out of the cage. You have to do better than that.
Ah, fine. This song and dance doesn't have to end quite yet. Elephants, get it!
On it, boss! He transformed into a more powerful form before stampeding straight after me. On days 87 to 90, CatNap watched in amusement as I was being chased through the factory by the empowered Bubba Bubbaphant. He smashed through obstacles easily with his massive size, barely noticing the destruction. He's strong. I need to heal before I can take a stand against him. I took cover behind a wall as he scoured the facility looking for me.
Where are you hiding?
Through the power of his rampage, a secret room was revealed. Maybe there's something useful in there. I stealthily crept through the wreckage, past the angry elephant, and found healing items. Bingo! I gathered up the various types of food and healed up back to full health. Just as I finished, Bubba spotted me.
There you are! Die!
He ran toward me, but this time I wasn't running. On days 91 to 93, I was locked in combat with Bubba Bubbaphant. The enraged elephant used a powerful jumping stomp attack on me, trying his best to smash me into the ground. I retaliated with my blood slash ability that I received from the fight with Bobby as I darted around his stomps. They leapt at me, blasting me with a powerful water beam. As soon as they came crashing down, I fought back with my grab pack, punching as quickly as I could. I switched to using my poison attacks, trying to keep some distance between us, but they were too fast. I did my best to dodge out of the way, using my fire attacks to keep them at bay, but they charged at me, impacting and bringing me down to low health. Take this! In a burst of energy, I landed the finishing blow, freeing his soul. In the next instant, I gained 5 hearts and his jumping stomp power. There's only one more smiling critter to save before taking on CatNap. Suddenly, Poppy ran into the room.
Bronzo, you're okay. Here, take this oxygen mask.
Poppy threw me a tank that filled my oxygen all the way up to 100%. Poppy, are you sure this is okay? What about you?
It's all going to come down to you, Bronzo. You must stop CatNap. Now come with me. I think I know where the exit is.
I followed her lead without hesitation. On days 94 to 96, I traveled with Poppy through the factory towards the final critter. As we passed through Make a Friend, Poppy stopped and talked to me.
You're so strong. You've almost saved all the smiling critter souls.
I couldn't have done it without you. Suddenly, a little green rabbit hopped down from above. It was the final smiling critter.
How touching! But it looks like it's time I brought this reunion to an end.
In the blink of an eye, she transformed into a monster.
Run for the lobby! Get out of here!
I'll hold her off.
I ran away looking for the factory's exit. On days 97 and 98, I frantically ran through the facility looking for the way out. No matter where I went, the sound of Hoppy's voice echoed through the halls.
Run, run, run!
Eventually, I arrived at the exit of the facility. I could finally escape this place. But to my horror, Poppy Hopscotch stopped me in my tracks.
Trying to leave so soon? I want to have fun!
What did you do with Poppy?
Why, she's over there!
I turned and saw that she was trapped in a cage.
Run and escape while you still can!
No, not while you're still trapped. I'm saving you.
How noble! But it's that bravery that will get you killed!
Don't speak so soon. I'm freeing Poppy and returning your soul to the afterlife.
CatNap will get revenge for our friends! No, I will get revenge right here, right now!
I ran in towards Hoppy to fight her off. On day 99, I was fighting Hoppy Hopscotch. She used wind cyclones on me, but I was strong enough to endure the attacks. I dodged backward, calling down a missile strike, which exploded all around us in the field. As the explosion cleared, I used my new stomp attack, crashing down and causing Hoppy Hopscotch to be knocked back. Using the distance to their advantage, they switched tactics and started attacking with ranged blasts. I dodged as best I could, trying to close the ground as quickly as I could. I finally had a chance to strike and ran forward. I'm not going down that easily. I used my stomp attack to defeat her. With her soul freed, I grew larger and stronger, gaining 5 hearts and a new laser beam power. I then let Poppy free from her cage right away.
Way to go! You did it!
CatNap suddenly revealed himself once more. He launched himself at us with a furious leap attack.
So, you've actually managed to defeat all of my friends. This won't stand. Now you'll face the ultimate punishment.
Suddenly, all 3 of us were teleported into CatNap's realm. I was once again standing in front of the castle, where I first met the smiling critters, but everything seemed off. We were in a realm made of entirely red poppy gas.
Now that we are here, I will finally destroy you once and for all.
Bring it on! Poppy hid inside of the castle as CatNap and I charged in for the final fight. On day 100, I was locked into the final battle against CatNap. He was easily the strongest foe I had fought yet, but I had grown over my journey, and I wasn't going down here. We clashed in a mighty slugfest as I unleashed a volley of punches from my grab pack. CatNap fought back aggressively, launching a barrage of void blasts at me. I had to hold my ground and take the hits. Exhausted, I readied myself to charge in for another attack when stars began to fall, impacting all around me. I dodged out of the way, but found myself being struck by void tentacles, which had ripped out of the ground. Desperate to change the flow of battle, I focused my strength and let loose with my powerful laser attack.
That's not enough to stop me!
He began to gather all his strength before unleashing his ultimate black hole attack, causing serious damage. I tried to keep him busy, blasting him with poison as I did my best to dodge his powerful attacks. Regardless of how evasive I was, he always managed to close the ground between us in a blink of an eye, slashing me viciously with his sharp claws. I fought back with all the powers I had obtained over my my journey, finally able to get an edge over my final foe. Realizing I was getting the upper hand, CatNap tried to sedate me, releasing a blast of gas, but I was able to tank it with my remaining oxygen. I charged straight through and landed the final strike. Yes, I won! Time to go home. Bronzo!